appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is a story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Hello and welcome to CoreTV News at 7. I am Frank Omalape, and here are some of the stories we're finding at this time. The federal government is to reduce overseas training and travels for civil servants as part of new plans to cut expenditure. Also, owners of private jets and yachts are to pay more to sustain their luxurious lifestyle. This is a part of new austerity measures announced by the Nigerian authorities to raise funds in the face of declining oil prices. The reports.
Not many Nigerians saw it coming, but government officials insist that it was a decision that had to be made. With the price of the mainstay of the economy having a free fall, the government sees no harm in introducing cost-saving measures. Finance Minister says salaries of civil servants won't be cut, but government-sponsored trips and training have to be reduced to the barest minimum.
People do training in Nigeria for 1 year. It's not the end of the world, is it? No. Just because I mentioned training and travel, the next question is salaries. We are not talking about salaries and benefits. We are talking of training. You train inside the country. Travel only for critical and essential items, which will be pre-approved by the head of service and the DG budget working together. And it's for public servants. And then if someone invites you for a conference, you can go, provided they pay. They pay your way and they pay for your stay.
The rich and famous are also to bear the brunt of falling oil prices. This is because they will have to pay more to maintain their lifestyles. Special taxes have now been placed on private jets and other luxury goods to raise non-oil revenues.
The idea is that those Nigerians who are well off should contribute a bit more to making the economy or the government coffers more robust so that they share a bit more of the pain compared to those. We are not trying to say that people who are well off should not enjoy what they have, but some such charges on some luxury items, I think, are in order to spread the pain or the adjustment that we have to make a bit more among all classes.
With falling oil prices, the government has also decided to reduce the benchmark for the 2016 budget to a more realistic level. It also hopes to reflect it in a new medium-term expenditure framework.
We are proposing a benchmark price of $73 a barrel. And based on that, we've revised the entire medium-term expenditure framework. So for 2015, we're proposing $73 a barrel. We've decided to maintain the same quantities after due discussion. So we'll be doing this still at 2.27 million barrels per day. Of course, this will mean a drop in projected oil revenues from 7.287 trillion naira to 6.833 trillion, which will also indicate that we need to do something about aggregate expenditure.
And now that the federal authorities have introduced austerity measures, they are demanding sacrifice from the citizenry, but are also assuring Nigerians of their intention to cut waste and block revenue leakages.
Really going to be a big sacrifice there. Away from there now, the war of words between the Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fauci and the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Adewale Omiri, has reached its peak with the 7 PDP members of the State House of Assembly sitting in plenary and also screening political nominees of the state governor. The state governor had earlier warned the Speaker to respect his exalted office with an allegation that he was acting like the Speaker of the APC and not that of Ekiti State, an allegation denied by the Speaker. But the decision by the 7 PDP members to begin sitting is one that has come out of the blues and will further fuel the already charged Ekiti political atmosphere. as 2015 elections draw near and the fallout of the June 21 governorship election continues. The speaker is from the opposition All Progressive Congress APC, which has majority in the State House of Assembly. The All Progressive Congress has raised the alarm over what it says police-backed act of impunity in Ekiti State, where only 7 members of the 26-strong House of Assembly have convened to carry out an agenda, including the impeachment of the Speaker. In a statement issued in Abuja on Monday by its National Publicity Secretary, La Mohammed, the party said over 200 armed policemen are currently offering protection to the 7 PDP members of the House who convened purposely to impeach the Speaker, approved the list of the commissioners designate as well as the caretaker committees for the local councils in the state. APC added that water and electricity supplies to the official residents of the House Speaker have been cut off while his salaries and allowances have been stopped. It also warned that any decision taken by only 7 PDP members in the 26-member Ekiti House of Assembly will not stand. If the aspirancies of Lagosians are sentenced for the ongoing voter registration exercise are anything to go by, the 2-day sanction granted by INEC is already going through some acid tests. Correspondent Oluwaseyi Adegoke reports that the exercise geared towards the 2015 general elections is less with all manner of complaints and frustrations on the part of would-be electorate.
All is not well, and no one needs a soothsayer to say so, even after the Lagos INEC had assured groups of protesters who thronged its Yaba headquarters last week over the initial shoddy performance of the electoral body that it will use this extension to correct the noticeable lapses. A Lagos resident in the Idioro area of the state, whose experience typically speaks the entire story, laments the lack of equipment bedeviling the exercise.
Since Friday we started. The machine is not okay, but it's okay today. All the machine they brought for us is not good at all. We are the member of this month, borrow them generator, petrol, everything what they need. What the federal government is supposed to give them, we are the one producing for them.
The experience is also the same at this center, where residents berate INEC for the slow process of the exercise and demand another round of extension.
In only 1 or 2 places that we can be able to register ourselves, but other places have vacancies, nobody to register us, and we have been starting for more than 4 weeks ago now.
The process is dull, it's slow, and you can see the area, the street is very big. This is Idioro. So if they since Thursday, I myself have been trying to do this registration, but I can't because only 1 person. Thank you. Today there are 2, and you can see the population of people is too much. If you can have 3 or 4 centers and to help this one, it can make the process more faster.
These machines are not okay. It's either they are off, they will start queuing again, and they are not doing it very well. It's not too fast at all.
Even attempt by CoreTV News to see if the exercise is successful in other areas was greeted by the same complaints.
This exercise, as I see it, is worst. It's worst because the system is not all right at all in Lagos State. In my own local government here, people could have gone, but the system is not good. That is number 1. The one we did in year 2011, instead of bring it for us, we don't see it. Look this one. Look how they print it. Is it fair? They just waste federal government money. Is that fair? They just wasted the federal government money.
The system is not good. Before they will register 1 person, we take them up to 30 minutes. It's not working, the system, the keyboard. We went to the other side to go and register keyboard for them before people can register. Even if they print it out, it's not working. Some we showed to 2007 on the voters card. So the system is not good at all.
For political observers, the extension appears to have run into a hitch, a development which they conclude has rubbished the promise by the INEC to tidy up all loose ends. Oluwaseyi Adegoke, CoreTV News, Lagos.
The presidency is yet to present pictorial evidence of the first-term achievement of President Goodluck Jonathan ahead 2015 presidential election. Special advisor to the President on Social Development, Sarah Payne, says the achievements will be presented to the public in an exhibition format. She says the event will highlight the major successes of the Jonathan administration with a view to clearing all doubts over his performance.
We find ourselves in a country where criticizing the government is a major industry, such that it is used as a basis to gauge the intellectual sagacity of social commentators. Such a mindset is being fueled fervently by the opponents of government. While it is more important for government to provide goods and services to its people, it is also important that the people are well informed about the activities of government to enable them express opinions that should influence further government action. The purpose of the exhibition to be declared open by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on Thursday, 18th December 2014, is to bring the milestone achievements of the last 4 years to a clear perspective to the nation and the international community, giving them the right not only to know, but to equip them to make their subsequent decisions and contributions to any national discourse based on knowledge.
The Patriots, a movement in the People's Democratic Party, has endorsed the former Minister of State for Defense, Musiliu Obanikoro, as the party's choice for Lagos governorship election come 2015. Our correspondent Olajumoke Olatuji was at the forum organized to educate aspirants on the need to support one another even after the party's primary scheduled for 29th of November, 6th, 7th and 8th of December. Her report.
Ahead of the 2015 general elections, political gladiators and parties have started strategizing on how to win the confidence of the electorate. Since the civilian dispensation began in 1999, the All Progressives Congress, from its transformation through the AD and ACN, has been at the arms of affairs in Lagos in the last 16 years. Thus, the PDP has begun to strategize on how to win the states from the All Progressives Congress come 2015. Following this development, the PDP Patriots in Lagos says the party needs a radical politician in order to achieve this. Thus, the group has endorsed Musiliu Obanikoro as the best man to do the job.
I, Alaja Atinuke Norat Bas Olomkemi, on behalf of the entire members of PDP Patriots in the 245 wards and 20 LGAs of Lagos State, hereby move a motion to adopt Senator Musiliu Ishola Olatunde Obanikoro, popularly known as Koro, as our gubernatorial candidate for the 2015 general election.
The group added that it is only Obanikoro that could withstand the expected heat from the All Progressives Congress and give it all it takes.
We have all unanimously endorsed the candidature of Senator Ambassador Musiliu Olatunde Obanikoro.
We know him. He's an action man. And on the other side, which a lot of people are not thinking, you are going to be the lion, the craziest lion in our political history. So, who is the field commander to face him? Me. I can't hear you. The only person that can face this monster, you only know to remove hairs and show us his work.
The group, which explains that Lagos is in need of a change, says it did not rule out the good qualities of all the governorship aspirants in the Lagos PDP and admonished them to back Obanikoro's candidacy. Olajumoke Olatunji, CoreTV News, Lagos.
You're still watching CoreTV News at 7. We'll take a break shortly. We'll be back with more stories after this time out. Stay with us.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce someone special here tonight whose understanding, knowledge, and support has truly made our juice company prosper.
I wonder what goes into making this.
You'd be amazed. It often starts from the farm, where fresh fruits are grown and carefully sorted, and straight on to the factory, where they are pressed, processed, and packaged. Then off they go again, this time to large distributors like you, and retail shops, where people buy and pay with ease.
You seem to know quite a lot about this. You work for the juice company then?
I suppose I do.
Please join me in welcoming our business banking service partner, Stanbic IBTC Bank, to partnerships that move us forward. Stanbic IBTC Bank, moving forward.
Glad to have you back. Now it's still CoreTV News at 7. If you're still joining us, for more information on our news and other programs, visit our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/CoreTV News. And our Twitter handle at CoreTV News NG. You can also log on to youtube.com/CoreTV. Leave a space, then news. Few days after another bomb blast in his domain, Emir of Kano, Muhammad Sanusi, has called on people to defend themselves against Boko Haram attacks. Sanusi, who had been more quiet on the attacks as former central bank governor, told Kano residents at the weekend to consider acquiring what they need to protect themselves. The Emir made the comments at a prayer meeting few days after the suspected suicide bomber killed at least 5 people at a filling station. Sanusi maintains that people should not sit idle and say prayer is the only solution. He added that residents should not wait for help from the military at the time some soldiers were said to have fled on sighting the insurgents. The police in Bauchi State have confirmed that the explosion occurred in Azare in Bauchi State. State Police Commissioner Lawal Shehu will confirm the blast said rescue operation was in progress. Shehu did not, however, give the number of casualties, either dead or injured in the blast. Azare, which houses a federal government college, is coming under bombers' attack for the second time in less than 3 weeks, with the latest blast said to have occurred at the popular GSM market in the town. And now Nigeria's military says troops have retaken Chibok from Boko Haram a few days after the insurgents took over the community. Our defense headquarters disclosed this in a series of tweet messages from its Twitter handle. It says troops have not only pushed out insurgents but are also carrying out mopping up operations. Defense spokesman General Chris Olukolade added that special forces are pursuing the fleeing insurgents, but there is still no independent confirmation of the report. Boko Haram insurgents took over Chibok early on Friday morning. While the Borno state government says it plans to enlist the services of local vigilantes, otherwise known as civilian JTF, to provide security in public schools ahead of the Monday, November 17 reopening date. Public schools in the state are expected to reopen on Monday after being shut on March 16 due to security challenges occasioned by the Boko Haram insurgency. Chairman of the Committee on the Resuscitation of Primary School Education in the state, Mohammed Dongel, disclosed this in a meeting with education secretaries and headmasters of public schools in Maiduguri. Dongel said that vigilantes had already been contacted to provide surveillance in all schools. Dongel said the state government had also provided perimeter fencing in public schools to prevent security breach. He added that food vendors in all schools will be thoroughly screened on a daily basis to prevent any incident, while also confirming that additional security measures have taken to prevent any attacks. He said the state government had also provided logistic support in the shape of 2 utility vehicles to vigilantes to monitor activities in schools in Maiduguri and Jere local government areas of the state. Dunge, however, stated that only 4 schools in Maiduguri, Konduga, Jere and Biu local government areas would be reopened on Monday due to logistic reasons. As the issue of insecurity continues to remain on the front burner, Nigerians have been urged to be more security conscious and proactive. A university don and head of Department of Political Science at the University of Ibadan, Osi Sioma Nwolise, made this known while speaking on the state of the nation on the sidelines of the launch of the book on good governance and the legislature.
Nigerians are not mobilized on security matters. We're not. We are atomized. If people are going to church and they see a black bag by the side of the door, everybody will leave it and go in. Nobody will say, what is in this bag? Even up to now, with all the explosions that have taken place. So we are not mobilized. People are not mobilized. We are too busy pursuing money, pursuing what we shall eat. And then that reminds me of an African adage. Our ancestors taught us that if somebody is too busy pursuing what he will eat, he will not be able to see what is coming to eat him. All right? So we need that training, we need that awareness. People have to be trained, people have to mobilize for security awareness so that we can always report promptly to security agents people or things that seem strange to us at any given time.
People are feared killed as the raging communal violence in Shabo, headquarters of Shabo Development Area in Lafia local government area of Nasarawa State again erupted. Report says trouble broke out around 12 midnight following a rumor of attack on Alakio village and environs by suspected Fulani militants which had forced residents in the area to flee to Shabo for safety. Angry mobs were said to have compelled commuters who were in transit to disembark, causing panic among several other commuters who were stranded during the fracas that lasted several hours before the arrival of security forces. Nasarawa State Head of Service Dominic Bako, who was caught up in the crisis, said to be among several others who managed to escape with gunshot wounds and currently receiving treatment at the Dahatu Araf Specialist Hospital, Lafia, the state capital. Some unidentified dead bodies are said to litter part of the bush where the crisis erupted. Houses and shops were said to have been set ablaze at Shabo during the crisis, forcing hundreds of people to flee to Lafia, the state capital, and its environs. Now, moving away from there now to outside Nigeria, U.S. President Barack Obama has condemned the killing of U.S. aid worker Abdurrahman Kasi as an act of pure evil. The Islamic State ISIS militant group released a video showing a marksman standing over a severe head, which the White House confirmed was Kasi. His parents said he died as a result of his love for the Syrian people. Kasi, 26, was taken while working for a refugee group. Is the 5th Western hostage to be killed by ISIS, which controls parts of Syria and Iraq. This is perhaps the most elaborate and graphic of all the murder videos posted online by ISIS. Much of it taken up with recent history lesson on Iraq and Syria as seen through the eyes of the jihadists. But the later part shows the beheading of 18 Syrian prisoners in revolting, lingering detail. Unlike earlier videos, this one reveals in ignore. Amongst the boiler-suited captives murdered in cold blood is a man ISIS says is the former U.S. soldier Peter Kasich, who converted to Islam and changed his name to Abdurrahman. Neither his conversion nor the fact that he was helping refugees when he was captured a year ago appears to have saved him. Kasich's murder is a sign of frustration that his militants are unable to hit back at. Well, and that's a wrap on CoreTV News at 7. Many thanks for watching. I am Frank Omalape. Join us at 9:45 for Prime Time Bulletin. Thank you for watching.